morning to ladies, my name is Assassin and welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, where we are continuing on with the main MSQ, whatever it's called, where we gotta speak to Oriandre. Last episode we left Elpis, we're now back in Charlian, and I think we're coming close to the end of the main story. Again, we still have post-game, and then there's the latest expansion, Dawn Trail. I dare say Master Fushafon or Fushta was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Heidelin's lunar custodians, as he will soon discover they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures, or we are summoned to Rustra. Okay. Wow, everyone's here. Except Oriandre, he's not here yet. And me, I'm probably arrived to the door anymore. What is that? There I am. Not that I'm complaining, Oriandre, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor ID. And extolling the virtues of Ethris, I did inevitably awaken in Lupert's a desire to avert our beloved star. Why does Alize look so short? She's so tiny.
Hi, down here, wait.
Oh my god. Crowd tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal seed, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelation did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? Oh, me, I think you're talking about. I went to the past and fucked up a lot of the timeline. Someone told me not to do it, I did it anyway. So we're probably all screwed. That's pretty what. Oh, I'm at Emerson. I guess that's pretty important. Then the dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasha are one and the same, with this all but proves Nirvana's theory. Or an instinct to forth our emotions to challenge this vast dormant reservoir. The remember its power and may surpass even that of Aether. But if our star is so replete with Aether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate dynamis of the great expanse. Medion. Or rather the sorrow and suffering of relations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of its race. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim: to defeat Methion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not. It is simple. We have the Warrior of Light. They can do anything. Vanquish Medion, and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Medion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vinat, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implication of temporal match not entirely understood. So we now assume that our Heidelin and the Vinat you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I wager that Heidelin possesses the knowledge pretty sick. Whether she would share the knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, Nintendo has a free Ethris not to say. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Medion? Vinat, I know, would never give up. And also, she kicked my ass multiple times in the duty. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't ever use me as a conduit for her will, or provide clues that the Elpis found. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? They must find a means to reach Medion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely on wheresoever she has made her nest. Why don't we just travel to the end of the universe? Then communing with Heidelin must by necessity come first. Did you, Master Montoya, have any luck with your investigation at Ethereal Sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted to help of Endwalker and the other Echoblast allies. Great mistakes on whether they whisper from Heidelin from within the anti-com. Not the entire of the years since abandoning it, the form has found some other method of receiving instructions from Heidelin. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the ethereal sea, but closer to home. No one's home. Sorry to interrupt, we've just received a word from the forum. Your presence is required in the Rustra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Oh, maybe we could actually unlock more of Charlene this time, finally. We still have so many Aetherites in Charlene we've yet to go to. The forum is in session as such, the Rustra is closed to visitors. I was told to come here. Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted once you leave your armaments at the door district for your district. Holds rational discourse in the highest implements of war are expressly forbidden. I wasn't gonna attack them anyway. Great, we're back here. Am I gonna be judged again and then put on trial? Whoa, you got bunnies here. Order! Order in the...
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence.
She goes in there
The
like...
purpose of today's assembly
I
is to
wanna
brief
say,
the scions
fuck
of
all
the
the
Seventh
forum...
Dawn
Well,
at their
Fenard, what the
request
fuck?
on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
Hi, everyone. I'm the warrior. I mean, what am I again? God, it's the science of this ever die. This guy's caused everything.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat Han. The satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Charlian has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Charlian citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies.
Sorry, I know this is a bad time, but what happened to my fucking flower on my head? I did not take that off. Where the fuck did it... Anyway.
Radzat Han was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
Oh, it's actually quite simple. Whoever's just dead weight and overall useless, we say, and we're actually not that rude. We leave them like a barely working sword, and we're like, okay, now you can go fend for yourself. Bye-bye, we're going to the moon now. Like, I don't even know why you guys are so worried.
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
She knows too much. Let's throw her out.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem?
They're really making it seem like they're gonna leave Earth or Aethers or whatever. Are they actually? Again, I don't know.
We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
I don't think so.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino.
Bro's just having a time with life. Like, he got you good.
Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
How many are actually gonna leave their fucking hands down?
"71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it."
What the fuck? I know we won, but seriously, there's some people that are like, I don't know. I think we have a pretty good chance on our own. Let's just call it.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
Call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
I don't know. I've been taking taking pretty often breaks, so I think the final day is just waits. I think it'd just be chilling. Like, yeah, you guys are good. I'm gonna just chill here. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in. No, I wasn't really hanging on with you for most of since we require mostly means of cleaning our filing and reaching ready on. In the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with the completion of our arc as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the afterburner. I like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least to the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It may behoove us to learn how the afterburner actually works before we attempt to improve upon it. As instructed, I shall take you to the aether burner. Meet me outside the Archeon, and I trust you can make your way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos, hardly surprising world. You can feel such a massive undertaking. They just have it right outside of Sarlian, just invisible. So it's right here. It's very concealed. Yeah, we still have the hamlet to get to, and then we have that to get We still have a bit of alright. About to say a bit of aetheryte to get through. We still have a bit of Endwalker to get through. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The form in its wisdom has granted you access archaeology. Step inside once you have light take you to the medial circuit. What? And who? And I'm just trying to get down to the thing. Hi. Let me through. Yep. Finally! I'm actually gonna get another aetheryte and Charlian. And maybe aether currents. I have sent your associates ahead to Logiscan Alpha on the other side of Marial Argomix. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to. No, never mind. It doesn't matter. I want you to know your opinion. Alright, what do you think about this book? I wrote it myself. Aetheryte! Oh my god, finally. I think, how do I get down there? I probably have to go this way and then take the long way around, but we're getting Charlie and Hamlet. Or Hamlet or whatever. I think I'm going the wrong way. Oops. Oh, this is the place. Oh. I was like, where am I going? You really have a long way of operating everything. Like, we're still not there yet. We have to wait here while our father arranges this process for the next lift. Here being Logiscan Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and cause air circulation, they're able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the the samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? Well, I actually read quite a lot of books. Why father brought me here as a child? What? Left me behind? Actually, you left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I had been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. We're peppered him with questions the entire time. It is all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world to grow and lured into wonders. Having gained an understanding by the boards and it's recreating a similar environment, I've come to view such process in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forest, contain the ancient zodiac habitation built for all mankind. Each is unique, yet undeniably similar. It is no mere coincidence. Ever since Highland unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheryx, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the great accident, but that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the laboratories have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is and to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit, and it is there that most of our preparations for the great exodus are carried out. The construction of archives among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions. You will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the farm after all. We have proved ourselves worthy of their trust and your trust. I don't know. Then let us proceed. Yay! More lips! Right to create a foreign. Just let me through. The central circle. Sure. Speak with Hester. Whoa! Alright. The Aether Burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokodenko, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, there's a view with him to discuss particulars this way. Yes, I know it's in the other direction, but I don't care. Aetherite. It's right here. I'm attuning to it, and yeah. Wow, we're finally in the lower levels of. I mean, we still have like what is it? The last level where we gotta get the other Aetherite. That one's hard. Finally, it's mine. What do you think's all the way down there? Probably like the core of Charlene or something. Wow, Labyrinthos really do be amazing, don't it? Really do be something crazy. Hi guys, I'm here. It took a bit, but I made it.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Down near lost my eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Aether Burner conundrum.
Huh. Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Aether Burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the Aether Burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Sorry.
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
You want me to go and fetch it? What's this? I can do it.
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
Hey, I'm good with getting shards.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously. Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
I got it.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
The Scions have a duty. Report. Alright, boys. Scions, their job's done. We're gonna hit Blade, get them done.
I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad.
I got friends all over. I got friends in Moon. I got Moon friends. And other dimension friends. And other world friends.
Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them could hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Up, I'm catching rest. You guys, you can take care of it from here. The final days aren't gonna be in, yeah, isn't gonna be here anytime soon. That's my son! That's my boy! It's times like these where we're reminded of how famous or infamous Infinite had become. Who would have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pro conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors and his return service for the road. Also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. I also have some connections. Oh, and who might that be? Hi, Dylan. That's for me to know and you to find out. On that note, I leave meditating your care. Best luck. I'm getting so many fucking armor pieces. It just keeps piling up in my inventory. I guess it's good, but fuck. Meanwhile in Oda, they're transforming and they're eating people and they're turning. The Sultana's actually gonna turn because she's gonna panic.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults.
I love how Lolorito was such a big villain in like a Realm of War, but now he's like the good guy. Or not the good guy, but like he's just chill now.
Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
Okay.
The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Wow. Nice job, Animal. Hopefully we're not all dead. Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud, the Elder Seer is smoking the trees. So the, what's it called? I forgot the fuck you guys are called.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Oh, at least.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come. Let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
It'd be funny if, like, at the end of the game, it's just like all the Scions actually end up splitting up. There's like, you know what, guys? I think we've had
I won't
enough.
let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
It's time to go our separate ways. Man, the Science of the Seventh Dawn. Yeah, it's been a while since I heard that name. Oh. Meanwhile, in Quarta, oh my god, we're just going everywhere. Holy shit. Meanwhile, Limsa Laminsa. Man, Heaven's Ward feels like a long time ago.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Oh, how's your fight? What is happening?
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Is that how Slogar? Oh my god, what, Jesus Christ. There's been like 5 meanwhiles. Meanwhile, the Ruby Sea. Meanwhile, the Ethereal Sea is gonna be next.
The Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Meanwhile. Another meanwhile. Hit me with another meanwhile. Ah, I thought it was gonna be another meanwhile. Okay. The wrong person. Stop clicking on the wrong fucking person. No, friend. Searching for refined agent is a good relic. We will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, return us payment to be of service. Ah, you've already done more than enough. If I have to say though, I guess I'll use someone who knows a thing or two about alien technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and here. You can find more than the average color. Ah, if only Master Kokol knew how right he was while he and Gruha. What? A rapport? A rapport! A report. Why don't we help out with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, it would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I suppose this not to curry favor. We must be ready for every eventuality. This will also be an opportunity for my allies with the logistics of towards and the great expansion. And there's nothing else to be spent in our temple for the Adamite. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hammond is lousy with researchers and scholars there. And they know some program for the practices. Trust that lot need all the help they can get. I got an eighth right there, so I can teleport. Well then, off we go. This is why you get the aetherites in advance, so you don't have to fucking walk it. From what I can tell, a lot of the people actually live down here. I don't know how much they'll benefit from some of that present version. Scholar, Munchies, instrumentation. Let's start asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the aetherite once our work is done. Hey, you look like someone who needs help. You want help? Helping with the arc. I think we're done. It's still not enough apparently. And now I can't decide that our location running around it all over. When we begin back to this before dying, and there will be no end to it if we don't do our duty. So we will. We spent years preparing for this one. Believe in the plan, and we'll always be well. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Are you one of the helpers? Working on that aether burner. Oh dear, here things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I think that over my duty, checking other samples day in and day out. It's tiring or thankless work. Still no. Ligaments, what have you. The form's got enough on their plate as it is. With deciding who gets more dark and win. A lot of powerful people who have opinions about that. There goes out the measure for shot. And how others hardly get a moment's rest. I expect you to even have time to sleep. Offering to help, that's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the doctor for myself. Because there's a thing we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose. My duty is largely concerned the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier the afternoon part. I hear a lot of our lunar collaborators have come down to assist. I'm looking forward to finding me and them in person. After communicating with such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, it's not even the slightest idea of what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous living giants. I would prefer something small, fluffy like rabbit that after right, but you mean exactly what they are? A beheaded rabbit. I literally have to go talk to them. Okay. Fancy meeting you here, Kami. Our friends in the farm brought us here to see their teeny tiny boat. Wait, tiny boat. What interesting is Icarus itself, so we now find ourselves in sort of a funny underground. They're hoping the form would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're out of pressure. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. We're supposed to have to show ourselves around. That's what we were planning to do until we had to fun our yonder and your good stuff. Thank you both for bottling out and using United States there. If you could show us a few points of info, that'd be fun. To our labyrinth and unexpected prudent suggestions. Given first to tweak this artificial environment and best ways for us to be in our best interest to have the book or its acquaintance with this condition deemed optimal by Charlene collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspective map that are better suited to lead this venture. What am I begin with that great big waltzit over yonder? Oh yeah, waltzit. This equation human. Fuck you, Ariadne! Goodness me to build something so large without creation magic to power this venture. Gravity concerns are as much as my feature. Why does it keep clicking on things that I'm not clicking on? That tanks. It's a little hard to see from up here, but it is a golden hand connected on it. And I can see through there went to another pipe at the bottom. Just to see the water drawn up from below. What is that? It would appear that the concept used for another time, another place was approved, but oh! The metallic tube. That water I hear from the inside that great big tube. It must be because of the fog. What is that top? Oh, I see. That's how they draw up water. That's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside it too. That looks like the trees in here. This Endwalker. Hold on, that's a big bit of a skinny shape and at the bottom, but big at the around at the top, right off or something so on top. Now it makes sense. That's what this was a lot. Could you just get water from all of that? Wow, it really is amazing how they make the water. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, it is purified here and stored in that tower, being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install, even in the harshest of environments for that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that people of Edward sometimes make their homes in arid deserts, and so are able to survive. Many settlements in Thailand are built near us, but our areas near waterfalls are common. We're usually never close for water. I'd say I will be able to produce the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from trying to make a blue, but it would appear around far more than we anticipated. Have you adjusted rain order once we calculate the average rate of consumption per individual? It may also be more how they attain their water in the first place. Master Alpha is both of the machinery responsible for that feed during our journey to drill Alpha, did he not? May have to look for its full shares his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlie and Hamlet and shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We cannot help but notice the many dangerous looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking up beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by burly custodians, I don't think what would have become of us. Regrettably, so many ate hungry, and there were aforementioned big nasty teeth. The birds may have appeared to be a potential and rather appetite and sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage? For my part, I shall act as an escort to living way and cooking way, until singing way and growing way that I can. It's sad now because I have to escort these fucking rabbits. A more valiant protector than could have wished for Godspeed. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, growing way, the water extraction the worst water. Oh, been stuck on babysitting duty. Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction once it is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp with all the same to you. My friends, I bid you welcome to Lugy's Kind Alpha. Our destination, top fly at the let's stop, pray follow me. I love how we're just guys. I mean, I guess we don't really have anything to do. Because, wait, am I supposed to? Because they're like setting up the Aether burner and everything, but fucking going around guiding rabbits. Marvelous. So this is where the magic is, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life artificially created. The knowledge we will gain here will be natural. It's like looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently most uninhabit areas for you to breathe. You're all very lucky. My friends, the way they are the visible resources. Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous. You can always see more of it. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment facilities. In other words, where is the food? I would knowledge for considerable physics may be found at Merrill, as I imagine singing way and others intend to study every conceivable process of the apparatus would thou be so kind of describe everything culinary. Yes, that's much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies that Reza was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too full description cannot compare to it. I blame them myself, not to mention that there will soon be no more. I must learn all I can on this time. Thanks. Book note for further delay. I'm literally just going backwards at this point. I'm gonna go all the way back to the other Aether, right? This is the place, yes, the heady room. To guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables creatures in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some. I've read that those fruits those little farmers crop up are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to borrow the 2 samples. Okay. What a fine mess this is. You got no pie? Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my few preparing for the exit. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do it. There, first on the mine shaft. Whatever side of find it will be our new home. It's also sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go somewhere? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. So no matter how careful it is, I'll be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in their new environment. Some may species can extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing towards the fire. We're really rich to sample a little of your footage of the mess. By all means, help yourself. Much crazy, much for yourself. So where do we begin? Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. Let's see if they are as delicious as they look. They're not carrots, that's for sure. So sweet, so bad, but it's like it, right? Philosophers here, yet texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most particular. Though far from unpleasant, yes, I think I'll try another. Well, that's certainly giving me food for thought. So when they far less, but tell me what's your thing in trade? Nah. I'd brave an entire Arathi for a choice point. Yes, they are rather more, aren't they? For what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make you intoxicating beverages that are required. Anyway, that's enough about grape person. On to the next week. Orange is by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's see. Dude, we're talking about oranges and our final days is happening. Equal parts sweet and sour as with grapes, yet nothing alike. Anyway, have to conduct and do a thing for a cabinet. And that's a plan origins that are better. This is all very complicated. You know so many things, so much choice, and each individual with their own personal preferences. That's just nice small thing. Showing your number of others who really nothing but care. I was told they are fine my information has let no one say I said otherwise. Now, but stringing guys are just with that way vegetable. Let's see what's in the field over there. That color, that texture, are they some sort of enormous round carrot? That's a pumpkin. No, anything for no texture is less of a concern than the taste. But it's so hard and flavorless, and ran for destroying it a piece of wood. That's all, but confirm, but these are nothing more than misbegotten failures, ensconcing as good as you can. I thought, you see that these are pumpkins, and anything like that isn't wrong. It's a little friction first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it, cooking is a joy unto itself. Much more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all that, but is pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for a duration of my life. And 120 parts hard black of plant matter became delicious as the orange I said. I wonder though if there's anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? You mean a lemon? What a wondrous fragrance with black I'll have a flavor in that. I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. Am I dying? Is this poison? You're not supposed to eat a lemon. I mean, you can, but... A lemon, you mean it's supposed to taste like this? I can tell someone doing all this horrible thing. It may be sometime before my start. Calling in to this round of sampling. Let's see where we tasted your heat, your blood. Finish have you, I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather hammered with the grape noises, less so the pumpkin dough. I remember that they're not ever eaten raw. Then there were the lemons that deceive you, so violently. First time was it? Really, that is I'm already one. I give you this lemon button. I beg for this. Doesn't change your thing much more. More lemon, having not suffered enough. Really this one. Every bit of sexing up there. Learn more of your intricate ways. Very well, lemon, I'll show you one. What is happening? This is delicious! Although I saw this compliment of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never I opened it like so elegantly. My good shop, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use this in the natural day, but it has this staring roll and all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making them so that you just roll up, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to have any species with us, No doubt the form agonized over what was worth preserving and what will be considered history. Hard choices what we must to survive. Such strange as well. No, Highlands easily find. Mankind set up forth. We were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned to learn about the nature and thinking life in the face of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has appealed the basic negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly, its downfall. Where perfection is an unattainable ideal. The paradox of miraculous. Yet civilizations a memorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress, that they pay no heed to the cost of incurred in their future flesh, and too often become the architect of their own lives. Their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is an alternative plan to life and nothing that our existence cannot be perfect, to be content with what we have, and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon money. I just thought of that, you like that? Pardon my erosion, but who in the seven hells are you on about, and who are you anyway? Check away. At your service, and I'm here to help you prepare for a trip to the moon. And once you get there, you can feel it. There are my kids. And we're going all different kinds. But don't worry. Don't be rude. Your crops will work together to produce as species as possible here up to this moon. Yes, of course, I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive. Probably let's go and see if we're out there. And others have run out of machinery to inspect damage. If I had to talk about all my fucking fruit or vegetable or food. Bye. That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffins. I was wondering, do you know of any other places famous for their cuisine? Limsomness is home to culinarians killing many less ever inside of them. This is the Far East for their noodles. But then I had a time to visit somewhat, and I miss it. The last time I was there, nothing was said to tell me there was some other way. Oh, sorry. Come here, just die time at the dead there for our own efforts to reflect. Educate all of this. No doubt, and alas, time is of the essence. Let's return to Shirlingham before we sure to draw the attention to each and every look right there. It should further question that my brother has arrived. Aww. Man, what's got you so upset? Yes, Kumi, that was indeed my verbalizing a sigh. Do you want to know why? Because I saw that environmental data for Edge's illogical alpha, that's why. A forest so lovely, so leafy, all over your forest like that. Blackshot is bright leafy indeed, a place for almost tranquility. Yeah, that's Blackshot. I say, with a star so wonderful it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. As a fool to think of it, being proud of how ridiculous the machine is, frankly, it seems so little. Not at all, I work no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Bankrupt. How'd this stuff fare? Oh, I was able to clean it for research about helping to move their cargo. Operations have proceeded well and we're quite news from the coming in. We have performed the new super tanker. That doesn't mean people aren't worried though. Quite the opposite. No, I just making anyone thing hurt. They can see their work. Usually we're at a single error. The knife and death. And we can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not done in a goodly going way. You may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me, be of use to people. Honestly, you can feel not to almost their challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I've got some mostly innocent positive that look to be in need of helping well. Perhaps you might start with them. This is a good place as any. Come. Hey, you upset about the final days? The end is near and all that? We're all inevitably gonna die? Oh, can I help you? It is you who would help me. It is my anxiety so truly obvious. You learning shared is a burden ease. Pray tell us in thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good. Listen, I'm an engineer, you see. And what they say of the ship is that it's some of decades of trial engineering that it's built with peerless, arrogant technology is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never been launched a starfaring vessel, let alone floated into the great expanse. All tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails to us, then what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight or so the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the Aether burner is designed for spoilers too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these daunting technologies. Hence does hold the power to ally his feather figures. I'm not sure about that, but well. Maybe you could tell me that we were supposed to write about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks for one. I provide a means to employ gravity and short spell to regulate the environment, but if that is not strong enough, what if everyone floats away? Bring us trashing and things to send us through left us charge. Aha, gravitation can be a help after all. Out there, down here, you see? The same rules apply if you consider them as part of one big great cosmic road in separate places. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yet, if they could sell others to benefit from inside point of experience, might have real bundle of pursuit within them. An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is not we'd like more than to ease the hearts of refined people of Ethereus and learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad I might hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Kumi, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek the distress and apprehensive and inform them with the help of the hand. I shall await him here and might introduce a suitor love for it. Okay. I did look forward to that. A place for every lover and every lover in their place. Apologies, but I am waiting in delivery whatever is possible. Thanks for okay. concerns me, there's no point in worrying at this stage, it'll only make things worse. This woman seems to be coping well. What am I thinking? The medical facility of the ship, of course. I've designed them with the stated encouraging that I imagine every illness or injury that may inform facing that great expanse is beyond any of us. To say nothing of the fact that living out there is definitely my relying on the body. The group in the moon waited and think of it. Just leaving to my misery the form can. I apologize, I don't simply know what to do. How am I supposed to fire dark if I'm already falling far on the subject? You could, I don't know. You know a starship pilot at my 6, really? Well, then there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for my adventure. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of lost at this part. Like, I don't like, I get, like, I'm happy we're here, but, like, there's just, I don't know. Is there anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading a cargo from Bill, so my back feels like a voice and played into it at my feet and from the side. Yeah, right. But yeah, it just feels like I'm just running back and forth in directions, talking to people. Like, I was like super happy to actually be making my way down here, like exploring more labyrinthos. But it's kind of just like, guide the rabbits. Oh, he wants to know about cooking. How might I help you? What a lovely idea. I noticed people becoming rather thin, so I rushed out to pick some fresh and fragrantly tea leaves. Now I'm talking about 100 cups. I don't want to worry, I can manage to help my friends if you want to. But yeah, it's like, also, talk to 500 people. Stall for time. My face, what's wrong with my, I am a bit tense. I was asked what considering that the proper fauna, only the proper fauna of Rakos with the amount, however, the suitability of a few species is still under debate. I could make this decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the role of president, there's such a wonderful idea. I absolutely will thank you for their biology itself may offer some clue as well. Consult our collaborators, I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. No judging exactly how much cargo we can conceal into future. As I bring a mix nervous and notice something unfeasible, but there are simply durability. I feel as if my problem is inside out. Perhaps candidates as you would have more insight in much way constitutes too much weight for our purpose. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, you idiot. Have you seen an flying around the temple so refusing me to ask me? I would have halfway the person. Maybe the rabbits know. Or I just talked to 5,000 more people. Unless your friend knows how to make me remember when I got my dander. I doubt that it will help when you. Anyway, set up my time already. Fuck you too. Aha, the end of the world is not yet. Work knows no fast as yet as there's such temperamental things, peaceful one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet I've never felt as alive. Well, at least you feel more alive than me. You don't have to go through reading, do you? Okay, you're just singing. Like, what's the fucking point of this? I was in no need of a little bracelet, but I found myself to relax, so I went on a walk. Pleasant conversation part, also whatever. Okay, whatever. I just want to continue on with the story. I'm uselessly talking to fucking people that I don't need to talk to. My god, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Probably. Oh, pardon me, I didn't see there. There's no cause for concern. Fuck it. Yep. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. And don't care. It's just way too much fucking reading for absolutely no reason. Like, I'm already like halfway through this video and I literally made nothing. No progress at all. It's only just been reading pretty much nothing. Like I just said. Like, I get there's like getting information, and there's just stalling for fucking time to like build up for like later on, which I don't know. I feel like you could have done that any other way. Like literally could have like had me all around this map exploring, but no, I'm just talking to fucking researchers, and it's just like, what's the point? And then you had me talking to fucking Cooking Way. If it seems like I'm annoyed, I am. Like, you got me talking to Cooking Way, and all these other, oh yeah, we need to learn more about the architecture. Behold, coming. Through thine efforts, word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos, verily to a greater number than we anticipated living right done. Doth gather more lovers as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, and new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should the greater matters require thine attention, watch over them, my pity. How about you fucking watch out? Sorry. Now I'm just getting pissed. Now I'm just getting upset. I just want to progress. I just want to get on with the story. Fuck. Wow, so many useless people that I did not have to fucking talk to. Oh my god, whoa. I swear, ever since I've been introduced to these fucking rabbits, they have been my fucking nightmare.
So much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Uh-huh. Can we just cause the final days already?
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way.
Medion had a good idea
his
going.
Advice should be most pertinent.
Blow up, so no more reading.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louis Soir, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, I am.
Is Urianger in trouble?
Vilfson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh.
It hath been some time. 'Tis good to see you in good health.
This about to get a real awkward.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where. Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
Are you talking about the reading? The reading is annoying in its time.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you, too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I'm not crying, it's just the aether in my eyes.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Well, I'll be damned. And damned I'll be.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
mind reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
If only our life didn't end as soon as it did. That texture good stuff. Oh, call me, be assured that I'm fine. Oh god, yeah, living way feels exactly like me. I'm about to fall asleep in a second. Sorry. Well, glad to see that after so very long letter, still that I was in your company. That's kind of. I have been far started, so I face him alone. Okay. I haven't doubted my gratitude for laying courage to the love for it. Not disposed to rest on this or I guess I've been directed to accompany my countrymen in their station. So few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so I shall remain patient and safety. If doubt are needed elsewhere, do not let it be changed. As a matter of fact, I was talking my checked on how to say it last. I thought she was struggling to carry the final flux out the West Gate. I could call myself, but we both know how she's like to spend. Not to mention much misfortune I can think of several of this. Lots of it. Yeah! Oh my god, I'm so happy. Never been more been happy to not be doing bullshit. I also gotta pick up these quests 1 second. Oh my god. You know, I hope you cared about it. Just don't make me read that bullshit again. Tell me, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from it. I don't care. Just give me the fucking boxes. Wait, we need to get something of the Arborea. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimen samples, so try not to be too rough with them. After that, shall be wary first, whatever. Oh my god. Never have I thought there would be a moment where I thought boxes would be the most exciting part of this game. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. And I get an 8th right. Oh my god. I know a lot of people are probably like saying like Assassin, it wasn't even that bad. I don't care. That was way too much reading for so pointless for people that I'm not even gonna talk to probably ever again. It's just the length of dialogue's the most annoying part, I feel. If it was just short, like, hey, I need you to do this, or help with that, it would be fine. But the fact that they go on for like 20 minutes worth of talking, anyway. Sorry. I have an eye. Do you like boxes? I love boxes. You need me to carry more boxes? Oh, you're helping with the crates? Wonderful. You can put it here with the others. I can go back and get more. You want me to go get more? I'm fine with going back and getting boxes. I love boxes. I love crates. You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? Crates! Oh, it's the crates. Then I suppose I have Thinker to think as well. Me too! If you're wondering why we're dead, I've been forward to begin with, so was I. It turns out that this is a base operation resort. Those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. What? That should be everything. You carried all of that at once. Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh, hush, still, then you look. Not everyone has your delicate arm. I suppose we should let someone know that we're finished. Sarah Paulden is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? Oh, I'm fine with that. You should get kind of figure out assistance, at least considering where we are. We might have something like. Hell yeah. Team Alpha and Alize. I'm all for that. A way better a team than Team fucking Ariane and the mythical bunny rabbits. Sorry. Whoa, Aporia was so cool, so cool. I ate the right, so cool. Everything is cool when you're with Alphanod in the gang. Everything is so cool. I'm gonna get to these. 1 second. I am attuned to an atheist. God, this never ends. What can I do for you? We brought some samples from the Charlie Hamlet series 110. The crates are by the entrance. Thank you. I'd expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment, you're pushed with our children, are you not? I do, sir. You're well, thank you, father, I think. Right, I have a friend, any friends? That's the stadium. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and this. Latest for the cars and trying to see you, man. It's good to see you again. Your father was not you knew our parents when they were young. What were they like? What do you think? I should like nothing more than about you. Alas, I meant to be in charge here. I am not wrong for the part. We can help from sort of the parents would never really go very well then. There happened to be 3 stars documents in need of the So, how about you take these 6 months? I love delivering documents. It's my favorite. Honestly, it's the best. It's the most fun I've had in this entire game, or this so far. Thanks. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect me as a okay. Never mind. After the obstruction. Are you one of the scions of the 7th Dawn I thought you were meant to be working on? No. No, I'm delivering papers. There you go. Very well. I didn't worry. You have misplaced the quill. Figure help send documents in my hands. That's what I help you science succeed. Next, this is about the most monumental undertaking in the history of the farm. And so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is we cannot afford us. As far as Charlene has ever been a nation in our experience, it would be a tragedy indeed if you once as your citizen. Okay. Quick and efficient, I dare say you have a talent for this work. This current papers only need to be delivered to us by the citizen, so they should be returning in a moment. Alright, I'll just wait here. You need any more shit delivered? I'm delivered boy now. Please return with not a scrap of paperwork remaining. Well, on a person. No. You both have my thanks and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambition. I, even as babies, are out of your toddling clothing. This is quite enough. Here was compromised the story of our parents that we asked for to reiterate. Of course, I've known your father for so long, I must have some. Well, as you know, my Olivia named garners such respect in Charlotte. Your friend storied history. Your country here in such respect as for King Lord Nimpress Hope Lineage is tonight. I never thought much of it myself. It's not as though our fair brothers founded a nation, they were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, this position you've been a port of trade for pride. This is why Nimpress renounced the ways of war and pursue and live through knowledge and reason, as ever been our family tree. Until your grandfather time, Archon Louis Schwab looked not Nimpress skipped words but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his peers that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tide was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilization that led him to have concluded that the ensue conflict at every turn was consigned to mankind to assume. There will ever be conflict and calamity will follow thus. To organize the fights of those who want might save is not wisdom, it is insolence. You remember his words very well. Park on Louis live by that personal creed and use every means that is supposed to bring succor to those in need of Charlie and her now. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yes, Fosterfont, it could not reconcile Louis' law of Steve's with philosophy of the fire wrestling spirit, also in which he believed so fervently, yet made a error on his father. Fosterfont agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own affair. Is it not always thus? God's no Fosterfront's old cranky goat. No, I'm sure you butt heads often enough, but even so you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts every moment of every day, and not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born, barely recognizable. He was with a kind and dumbfounded grin I had not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother, directly skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he is also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. He finds it any annoyingly our habit when you're on the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say, thank you for your insight when next we are around our friends as I mentioned every spot. I'm with some trouble. I need the form on my side. They'll be getting back to work. To make sure that those questions make it a proper place. The old cranky will have my hide. We can figure later again. Hail you, 3. Ah, hi. Braha, surely Coco hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he has sent me a test that requires more than a single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I want to object to more. Unfortunately, Alize and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. What about you, Kumi? Could you spare the time? I have nothing else if I can do except read, so why not? Perfect, it shouldn't take long. That's what they all say. In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of admin falls right out of place, crying into my lap, Master Coco wishes to be put to the proverbial hammer to avail that moment's notice. The fabric these parts happen, he needs the flames of Coco's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of aether being funneled to his furnaces. The flow of aspected aether in the breath was regulated by no mental reaction to which I oppose the king. The justice will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can take that. This is where we part ways, sir. We'll see you, Charlie. Haven't watched the anime The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and test the fire output. Moderate for the ether will issue from the bin at the top. I expect this to extract at least a few elementals which both rather not return into the reactor itself, trust me. And after you put down any that draws you near, they'll pose the triple. Okay. I'm finally fighting something? Oh, swindling or throwing off. Whoa! I'm fighting! Damn, this really feels exhilarating. I really feel like I'm in the heat of battle right now. And I'm like, oh god. It feels like I'm fighting Zodiac. I'm sorry. It's just like, hey, let's just throw a couple enemies at you. Anyway, back to reading. Yay! Did everything go smoothly out here? I thought there's no major complications to speak of inside either. In the water aether to be bending properly. I expect Coco will have seen a difference in this forge planes by the time I return. As I have you, there was another matter I thought to discuss with you. Not terrible for the matter, something I've been considering. Part of this, I should have been, you have been to open. Should be established, refined, no matter the problem of Alec of the Empire's twilight years. In fact, it was a material which saw much use as a part of the Alec's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent of those who would push further, expand Alec's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above. Perhaps the greatest source of infamous technology is Ammon. Man, Ammon, feels like a lifetime ago that I heard that name. Ammon wanted to travel the Sea of Stars. Did he remember his life as Hermes? The stars, they're so cool. He did. He must have had his own reasons. There's no evidence that he retained memory of his life as an ancient. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. But not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor. This may seem far-fetched, but if souls like mine separate personalities, so to speak, natural disposition towards which they are inclined. We know with relative certainty that it was the gross and extortable decline of Alec that moved Ammon to resurrect Emperor Zandy. Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction and ruin, thinking on those beneath them to feel the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zandy's return, Ammon provided these naked souls with the means to freedom from their admire of their own insolence. Or would they have had not Zandy been convinced by his own depth that life itself was meaningless? Ammon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before, Ammon was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought the meaning, the hope in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequence of their own actions which matter. Their motives are no moment, and yet to reach the stars on wings and animate, to travel to the ends of the creation beyond, to promise a hope everlasting, that much I do understand. But enough using for now. You see what how Coca-Cola is getting on. Man, I'm gonna need more coffee. On the bright side, I found an Aether current. That's a good. That's a real good. Well, I can feel those flames ablazing from here. There's not much left for you to do. Unless you can conjure up that refine in your path. I do trust you. Never really promise I do only. I haven't waited and I want that out of my I want it now. For sure you're impressed with it. There's nothing surely nothing else we can assist in the meantime. I wish this sitting about unbearable pity to form times upon reconnection of the portal. You made it you gone as a mistake to me. I guess I suppose I should go and return to the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure that nothing has gone unconsidered. The words of friends are ready to read down how I join them telling him. What? Am I done? Yippee! I'm done? Can I go home? I don't want to read anymore. Anyway, here your companion around sooner or later. Yep. But just wait. At least until a bunny rabbit walks up and is like, "Hey, what are you talking about cooking with? What are you cooking with?" Oh, the final days. It couldn't come any fucking shit.
I take it.
Yeah. I wasn't saying.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals, trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperates, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphano, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Yeah, we're doing things. It only took 2 hours. Yeah. Sorry.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested with all speed.
Isn't that where we are?
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
That's a lot of There's a ship in the sky.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
Why the 12? Surely, these can't all be.
It is gone!
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamud shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. I played a vital role in keeping a lookout whilst our expedition forces secured the adamantite.
I was keeping watch.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party. Hancock and Saraban. We come bearing relics both sacred and Allegan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance. Our friends in Bosnia, for instance, have sent along a few artifacts for the brave allies of the Resistance. That's you.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon
I
learning
got
of your
connections.
need, we made haste back to
No,
Hell's
big
Gate,
deal.
with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause. Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onakoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time. Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
I was there too. I did it for the relic. Yeah, I was there. I got connections.
It's all wonderful to hear.
I know
But what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Here's the bill. It's actually going to be $5 million. Actually, $5 billion.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture? When?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Of course. Fucking
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Mother!
Oh.
Amelians.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
We just had too much money.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny-tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
But our money! God!
Waste not.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are.
She also threatened us and said if we didn't do it, she'd
I pray
burn
you
our
do not
fur.
interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Oh, hey, there's a little... Oh, those are all the mountains I'm certain
What's
of
this about a
minions
ship
I
that
got.
can fly to the moon?
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
See it?
Wow.
You brought the team.
All our friends here for one last journey.
Garland
before we
Ironworks
inevitably die.
finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship. Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlwind before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius. He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so he offered none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition.
Yeah, they all died.
However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well." Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself.
Look at me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
Oh my god, I've never dreamed of 14%.
Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power.
Oh my god.
What we could blow up.
Look what you guys did now. Now we're all gonna blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true.
In which case, the science end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Yes, Father?
Just attacks them.
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano, as we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea. I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail. I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
That's alright.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Millions.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger.
No.
Yours, in particular.
I didn't do anything.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
What are you talking about? That crates?
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Oh no, I'm not good with words. I'm okay. The end is near. We might not all make it, but we will try and most likely fail. Or try. Hooray! Our moment of triumph is close at hand. I don't know.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
I didn't say you, warrior of light. You go get back in line. We finally managed to clear the harbor. Is in the engineer's capable hand. Our father this year showing it outside invitation. We are going to reveal the means by which I may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we are ready. Given the vital knowledge he held of his really without the way. It transpires, however, that the foreign method for speaking filing or for her is not without rest. I am curious to hear what those might entail regards of your work. Most of those who arrive with that might have offered to stay and seize any task for any task that need doing. The plan is as president and another thing about studying and worry about a thing. Thank you, Tata. We're also for it. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end this episode here. Man, that was a lot of fucking reading. I don't know. Like, again, I don't have a problem with reading. It's just, it felt like it really didn't have any impact. Just kind of felt like filler to kind of get to this part where they were like, that's when, this is where everything started to happen. So, I don't know. Like I said, we are reaching the end. Maybe next episode we should have the main story complete, and then we'll move on to post-game, so I'm excited for that. But so yeah, that's gonna have to be it for this episode of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to punch that like button in the face like a pirate. Also, if you want to see more videos of Assassinate, don't forget to click the engagement. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.